Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So here I'd like to show the best way in which you could obtain these Glyphs of Potency. When upgrading enchantments, they are a key ingredient. Not just your regular enchantments, but also your combat enchantment, your bonus enchantment, the companion enchantment, and even your mount collars. Going to legendary here, and then even to mythic. The amount you need gets quite insane. Now you may have seen that the standard way to obtain all this is through the Wondrous Bazaar. You go here and you can purchase them in the Adventuring tab for 50,000 Astral Diamonds. Now if you have VIP, that can be discounted. As we can see, if we have rank 12 we get a 25% off, and thus they'd cost us 37.5 thousand. We can also wait for an additional discount event where we can get another 15% off that. That's where you would buy them in bulk and you could resale them for flipping a little bit of a profit for when the event is not there. Now, just before we get into how you can obtain them without spending Astral Diamonds, yes, you may have noticed on the Wondrous Bazaar right now you can get a coal mote for quite the bargain. Without VIP though, it is 500,000 Astral Diamonds, but if you have, like me, 25% off with rank 12, it's only going to cost 375,000 Astral Diamonds, which is quite a good deal, at least on PC. When you look on the auction house, coal motes go for over 800,000. These are quite an important ingredient for upgrading enchantments and collars. But let's go back to Glyphs of Potencies. If you don't want to spend millions and millions of Astral Diamonds for all the glyphs you need, how do you obtain them? Well, via legacy campaigns. You can purchase them just by playing the game. So in order to get started, once you hit level 20, you should obtain a quest called Legacy Campaigns right here. And this is telling us to speak to Sabella Artis. And you just have to follow the sparkly line and you'll head up through Protector's Enclave, right up here where she stands ready to speak to you. So you go ahead, you speak to her, she'll discuss what all this means, understand, and what you then have to do is just complete that, get your silver, and then what you have to do is get this next quest here, where you will have to select what legacy campaign you want to obtain extra currency from. So you can choose any of the following, and I recommend choosing one of which you have not completed yet, but alternatively, if you just want to get some profit, I would recommend taking the one for Dreadring. This will give you the ability to get more enchanting stones which you need to upgrade artifacts. But again, you can always go here and change which one you have selected. So now what she will do is she will give you repeatable quests. Every week she will give you 3 quests. One which will go and tell you to do heroic encounters in a particular legacy campaign area. So this one's within the Path of the Fallen. The heroic encounter one, not so easy to do unless you have some teammates, some friends who are also going to do it with you. But then you have one which will require you to do quests in a certain legacy campaigns. This week it's for Dreadring. And the second one requiring you to just kill enemies in a certain zone. This one in the Cloaked Ascendancy. So every week you want to come to her and pick up those 3 quests. You don't have to do them that week. You can save them up and do them after a few weeks. It can be particularly beneficial when you do wait, because you're going to end up with a quest that requires you to kill enemies in a zone, and then in that same zone you're going to have to do quests, and in the same zone again you're going to have to do heroic encounters. So she has a cycle to her. Once you have though obtained all the quests she has to offer, she won't offer you any more. And you'll know at that point then that you've obtained all of them, and you should then be going ahead and do them. Now, each quest, when you complete it, most importantly, gives you 5 hero medallions. So we go accept this. However, if you don't want this, let's say, extra currency here, because there's no longer Juma in Valenhas, I don't need that campaign currency. I'm going to switch it over to Dreadring. So now I have it selected and it will give me bonus currency for Dreadring. So we can complete that and you can see we get some Thracian scrolls, scripts and a cipher. Now we also got our 5 medallions. We complete the next one and you can see in her store this is where you will spend those medallions, and for every 10 medallions you get a Glyph of Potency. So every week you're getting 15 medallions. which is 1.5 Glyphs of Potency. So for 2 weeks, you've got 3 Glyphs of Potency. Now the good thing with this is it can scale up. You can do this with multiple characters, each character obtaining these medallions. You just go, you switch character, pick up the quests on that character, and then go ahead and do them whenever you get the time. Just having 10 characters would give you enough medallions for 15 Glyphs of Potencies every week. Again, that is a base value of 50,000 Astral Diamonds per glyph. You're saving yourself like 750,000 Astral Diamonds. That is essentially how you get massive amounts of Glyphs of Potencies with a bit of effort required. Yes, and the more characters you have, the better off you are. It allows you to save extra Astral Diamonds. Now what you can do is wait for certain events, and certain events will give you currency, which you can also get glyphs. For example, the current Hell Pit event is an appointment event. It'll give you participation tokens. You can spend 10 of them for a Glyph of Potency. But I don't recommend it. I recommend spending those participation tokens on Companion and Mount upgrade tokens if you still need them. So ultimately, the best way to get those Glyphs of Potencies is through the Legacy campaign quests. Every week, every character can obtain 3 of those quests, obtaining 15 medallions, which is 1.5 Glyph of Potency. Over time, you'll collect them up and you'll have more than enough to upgrade everything. Neverwinter recruitment event also allows you to get these, but again here I would recommend getting companion or mount upgrade tokens. So hopefully this was insightful to some of you guys. If you're really lazy, still just picking up the 3 quests can be very helpful. And the quests that require you to kill certain enemies will get completed when you're just doing your random queues, like you saw the ones I handed in there. Killing enemies in the Cloaked Ascendancy or in Dread Ring, etc. will count when you run the certain content related to that Legacy campaign. So a lot of them will just auto-complete for you. And otherwise, yes, you can just save up Astral Diamonds and buy the Glyphs of Potencies during the Wondrous Bazaar discount event, which you can see is upcoming on the calendar, October the 5th. You get a 15% off, and ideally you will have VIP with a 25% off, and then ultimately those Glyphs of Potencies will only cost you 30,000 Astral Diamonds instead of 50,000. You will get a few free Glyphs of Potencies sprinkled here and there. The game doesn't seem to be very generous with them, like doing the Hero's Path, you'll get 1 here, you get 3 here, and with the Demon Web Pits campaign you'll get 1 here. Quite ridiculous, it's only 1, but yeah. So otherwise, yeah, not a lot of free Glyphs of Potencies going around. Legacy campaigns, absolutely your best bet. So thank you for watching, and a special thank you to all these channel members for their added support. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.